Hello and welcome back to my channel. Guess what? This is it. This is the final Hortensia video. We are done. Well, I say that. I think I still have some pieces I know there's still some things I want to add to it, but we'll talk about that as we do the flip through. Hopefully my table will not avalanche in the process, because I mean it is creeping in, guys. It's totally creeping in. I can't touch anything or I'm gonna have, if you hear a big crash, just know that things fell off my desk, off my table. And I have a big drafting table too. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a small space. I mean, we found this drafting table at a yard sale a couple years ago for $15, including the vintage light that's still attached. Like, what a great deal. So it's not like I don't have space to work. I just do what everybody does when we work on journals, and this is the space that's visible. So let's get started. So my glue is still not completely dry, so I want to be really, really careful. So this is what we did with the cover. This is a piece of jewelry my friend sent me. It was some stuff out of her mom's jewelry collection, and it's just beautiful with the purple and the pink, and I love it. I did add a little bit of a blue butterfly. This is a Tim Holtz butterfly. She is a printable from Artie Mays, which I believe I said in the last video. This is a Tim Holtz ticket, French National Railroads. There's French language book here, and you know I've used some French throughout. I used a white doily for some contrast against the beautiful caramel colors, or excuse me, the beautiful caramelized pages. So I did white, but what I did do is took it to my sewing machine and literally just randomly zipped and zagged around it, some straight stitch, some zigzag stitch. It is really, really messy, but I just wanted to add a little bit of breaking up I just wanted to break up that stark white color just a little bit. Okay, the tie I decided on is this lace, and this is also from my friend's mother, her stash. She shared with me some of her lace, so I'm really excited about that. And then let's do something a little different, because we're not working on something, we're doing a flip through. So don't we deserve a prettier background than just that yucky green? I mean, yuck. Let's have some pretty background, which I know is just me being silly, because it's not like you guys haven't all seen it before. Well, that was just a test of how all my stuff's sewn in, because I dropped it. It fell off my chair. Okay, now my ring's gonna catch. It's all good. It's all good. So I was listening to Toy Story, because I'm a big kid at heart. I can only do so many murder shows, but I need noise when I'm crafting, and I didn't want to fuss with trying to find some music or whatever. Okay, stop blabbing and start flipping. Okay, I just had this tied in a bow, and I do this is uneven on here, and I'm okay with that, because the way that I did this cover, I mean, I allowed for a lot of growth. I mean, there's the overlap, but you know, I wasn't sure if I was gonna do a button or if I was gonna, what I was gonna do. And because I did the inside as wide as I did, yeah, so anyway. So when I open this, okay, the fabric that I chose I felt was a little bit busy, and I actually sent a photo to my friend, and I said, hey, what do you think? And she's like, yeah, it needs broken up. And I wish I had gone, now the sun's gonna come out. It hasn't been out all day. I'm not complaining about the sunshine, I promise. Anyway, so it was a little bit busy, and I wish I had gone with my instinct and gone to the attic, but I mean, it snowed today and last night. It's really cold up there, so I didn't want to go look for purple. And the purples match, but I did a little bit of the pink pillowcase here and stitched some lace on it, so this is actually a pocket. And then, you know, I embossed that dragonfly, and I did add the dragonfly to the front, and I'm so glad it did. And it just adds that little bit of pop there. And I really like it. Okay, So here we go. First signature. You guys have seen her, right? To find she was so perfectly alone. And then I just added this paper. You guys, you know I liked that little scrap. So I just really wasn't happy with this front pocket. So I did add a little bit of applique here just to kind of take up some of that space. I wish I would have thought and put her on that side just because of the way that she's facing, because no matter what, she's not going to make sense facing to the left. So I was mindful going forward how I faced my images, or I tried to be. This is a little piece of, oh, I'm so sorry. This is I covered up my washi tape under here. This is a little piece of my wedding dress from when our middle son got married. So I just made it a little tab here. Just a little something with a little piece of bling. That's part of the dress. I didn't add that. You've seen this page with the flip down, my butterflies for extra journaling space. I left these pages blank, but I did add a little bit of lace here as just some texture, and I will probably add a bulb pen with a token or something off of that. On this page, I went with Dream Big on her. That was Bernice, thank you. You're the one who said something and I went with it, so I appreciate it, and that's how the tag came out. Okay, and then I added a little piece of the tea-dyed curtain here. And then on this page, this was one of the fussy cuts from the kit. This, again, for if you're new and you haven't been watching this journey, this is the Stamperia Hortensia paper pad that I have used as the base for this journal. I did take my jelly roll pen with glitter and I just I did her pupil and I added some glitter to the flowers. And I left the back because I thought I could write on that. And of course, later on, if I want to, I can always add like coffee dyed paper or something. So Wild at Heart here we have, let's see if I can raise this just a little without making you guys sick. Okay, Wild at Heart here, we've seen her with just a little bit of bling, and all I did here, this is a coffee dyed envelope that I made. I put a coffee dyed index card in here with a little bit of a fabric ruffle, and I just slid that in there. I've had a lot of fun with some of the smaller bits that I had cut out of this kit, and I was just having a lot of fun with my sewing machine yesterday. Yesterday I had my mindset that I was really going to try to get this completed. I couldn't get it completed yesterday. This was a really big project for me with just a lot of detail work and thought, and all of my journals I put a lot of thought and detail work into. This is the first one that I've done this much stitching in, so she can be a tech. If I want her to be a tech, she can be a tech. And then we have just the journaling card here that I left because this can be written on and I didn't want to cover the dragonfly. Let's see, this is just decoupage napkin on music page with a quote from Artie Mays. This is a paper clip, that's the back of it. I made this belly band, and then we have the Nadine's face powder. Oh, I need to add a little glue to that or trim it off. I'll go back through and make sure, like things like that I have all of my edges and stuff glued down. I just added a little touch of bling to this edge as a tab here. I had her, which you guys have seen. I made this. Rachel sent me this stamped Hortensia image, and this paper feels amazing. And so I really just wanted to leave it as that, but I did put a little, a little tag at the top with just a little eyelash trim. And this was just a little bit of the paper pad cover that I cut in a postage stamp size just to use that small little image. I just love those images. And I can't believe how little I actually have left of the paper pad. And I still have some pieces, but nothing like what I really thought I was gonna have when I was done. This is just, I don't know where I got this. Probably it's a Joanne paper. I have a multiple flowers with this font on it, but the Hortensia was perfect. So I just have it in my flip. And I never did figure out what to do here. I started to put something here and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to leave it because something will speak to me at some point when I'm writing or working in my journal and I'll be, aha, that's what I want to do. So that was the first signature. Here's the second signature. And you can see I have not taken my Q-tip to that, but it will come off with water. You know, I did a little bit of the jelly roll pen in her eyes to give her eyes just a little glitter like she's looking at the light. We have Missy Lou from the 1933 music sheet. I've left her alone. She doesn't need anything else. Oh, hey, you know what I didn't do? Hey, when you stitch your signatures into your journals, you probably ought to make sure that your doilies and your pieces that are not full page are where you want them. Fortunately, this works for me, but I did intend to center it because it's not caught in the top stitch, but that's okay. It's gonna work out fine. And we know I didn't want the dress top to be over the top of the page. So anyway, this is an origami dress based on the G Kerr tutorial that she did. And so I loved it and I've been wanting to use it in something and the color was perfect for this journal. This is another one of the fussy cuts and I wish I would have like done a little bit of doily or something behind her, but I just have her on an envelope that I had used my distress sprays, my distress oxide sprays, and it was kind of like just a catch of things. And then this is a new stamp set that I got. Oh, the sun's gonna cause me problems with shadows. So this is just an index card that I had coffee dyed, and that's just a little cheesecloth here. And then up here we have, I made just like a little fan out of scraps, like a little collage, but I did it like a little fan and just stitched around to make another little tab. I'm gonna pause and come back in just a moment. That sun should go back behind a cloud in just a minute, so I'm gonna give it a second and see if it does. Okay, well the sun decided it just wants to stay out for a little while. Not complaining at all, just hoping that I can see my phone so that way I'm not out of screen for you because I'm literally now standing on my tippy toes. I'm short, in case y'all didn't know that. Okay, so down in this corner is the back side of her. So this was just a piece. I had cut an envelope to use it for something, and so I just stitched it together and flipped it around the page to make a pocket. Over here, this is a piece of just purple cardstock that I sanded because it's shiny and kind of weird. My friend sent me this paper pad. She didn't like it, and so I tend to sand it down to try to get glue to stick to it. Anyway, so this is a T-tag. Personal growth lies within the unknown. Courage permits you to explore this space. And I'm not going to sit and read like every single thing to you, but some of them I will just because I like them. I need to wrap that around. It wants to come undone. I didn't tie it. I just kind of have it looped around. Decoupaged, fussy cut decoupage butterfly over a book page. And I had taken the, what do you call it? When you do the die cut and what's left on your paper. Anyway, I smushed acrylic paint through there. I don't know if I like it or not, but I thought it was fun to try out. This is just a stamp I have that's a Ralph Waldo Emerson saying. This is a little piece of applique that I put for a tab here. This was a super fun thing that I made, and I just saw, I don't know whose YouTube video it was. It was not somebody that I normally watch, but I had a lot of fun making this pocket. So we'll tell you about that. This pocket, what are we hooked on? Okay, maybe the, oh gosh, really? Maybe the curtain wasn't such a good idea. So here I did, there we go. That's another one of the images from the cover that I cut and turned it in like a postage stamp size. But this pocket was a lot of fun. This is the actual postcard that I have. It says made in Germany. I don't remember what the image was because I didn't like it. So what I did was I had a digital that I had as a freebie, and I don't know if this was G or Artie Mae's, to be honest. This is some packaging, just actually it's a brown paper bag that I stamped on. This is coffee dyed parchment paper my friend sent me. So this is just a coffee dyed index card here. So you see that goes down in that pocket. And then these are just tags from the kit, that one I backed and one I didn't. And you know, so isn't that fun as a pocket? I love it. It's like a tag in a pocket all in one. This is just a flag here that I made, and it can be used as a tuck with the little bird. And I wish I had thought to do a little doily behind him just to make him pop off the page a little more. But I did put cheesecloth behind him to try to give him some dimension. You know, it's all learning curves. So there is no right or wrong answer. The thing is that we're creating, and we're creating things that we love and that bring us joy. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm glad that this project is over, because I'm ready to move on to the next and be able to actually use this one. And it's actually not as frilly as what I thought it was going to be, although it is more frilly than what I normally make. So that's kind of fun. So I have her. This is a piano roll. And I have a ton of piano rolls, and I did have them listed in the Junk Journal Junkie boutique, but I do have a ton of piano rolls, and I will, if somebody's interested in one, please let me know. Anyway, so I have her, and this is just some food color dyed paper that I did. I love her, the spring line, and this is a spring line that's from the ad that was with this, and I just did the but this is a stamp that I have, and then this is from something that Rachel sent me that I use, which is some of the dyed paper that I made. But that was a really good one for the height of that. We have little Miss Sassy Pants here. Isn't she so sassy? I love her. And then this is just a magazine image that I had cut out and made into like a little postage stamp with our vintage calling card here. And this is a coin, what are they actually called? Coin something or other. I'm drawing a blank. I have a whole bunch. Anyway, one of these things to put your coins in to protect them. Coin protector. Coin sleeve. Coin sleeve. That's it. So I cut it in half, and then so I just use that as a flip. And because this little black flower is fragile, they'll disintegrate on me. I did kind of make that a little bigger than I wanted, but it came out really cute. And then just on this side, I added a little piece of dyed curtain as a tab, and then it just kind of added to that. We have her as a flip out with our hydrangea flower. That's a card. And then this is a journaling card. This is an Easter card that my in-laws sent to us, and I just wanted to put it in here with the purple, and I didn't want to cover Lots of Love, Mom and Dad. Kind of covered Dad, but anyway. Embossed dragonfly on this card. Okay. And then on this little tab that I did with the eyelet, this is a piece of jewelry from my friend and out of her mom's stuff. And then I just added a little dragonfly dangle. Just some paper that I just took my ink daubers over to catch any texture. It's this kind of dyed paper, but I wanted to add a little more color to it. This is a wallpaper scrap, just a little collage on there. I can journal on the back side. And then this is an ad from the 1916 magazine that I've been... Now this has actually now got a combination of 1916, 1920, and 1915 items in it that I used. So I can't just say 1916 now. Same thing on this beautiful lady. I added just a little jelly pen dot, glittery dot in her pupil just to give her a little bit of shine. This is just collage with napkin. Tim Holtz Girl Choose to Shine. That's a journaling card with the limited edition lady. And yes, I did finally find the Flyaway Limited. The other day, I just cracked up. I was like, oh, there it is. But now the edition, the extra edition that I have is not embossed, so they don't match. But I did find it. Anyway, so this is another piece of that player piano roll, and I just collaged over it and used a cutout from the kit and made it into a journaling card for in there. Another one of the little stamp-like tabbies that I did with the image off the cover of the paper pad. And some of these, again, are going to get like bulb pins with dangles and what have you. So flip out here, our little trifold hideaway with our petunia journaling card, this sweet image, little tag, big journaling card. This is like a World War II letter and a stamp, an actual stamp, not a printable. And then I did take the jelly pen and added some glitter to the bird. I had to do eyelash trim. I really haven't used much eyelash trim in here, and I absolutely love eyelash trim, so I couldn't believe when I was flipping through it yesterday. I'm like, I haven't really used any. So this is a cutout from the paper pad, and then my friend sent me this beautiful dark purple eyelash trim, and I had to use it. And then my friend sent me these really pretty pink organza embellishments. So this is just some really soft purple lace that I had, but I put the flower on there just to add something to that page. I thought this looked like a shape of a door, and now that's our little door handle to open the door. I have this as a pocket. I did have a piece of folded paper in here, but I just wasn't sure if I liked it. But for now, I'll leave that just to show that that is a pocket. This was fun to make. This is a belly band, and this is a little pocket with a little journaling card in there. So that was a lot of fun to make. And so that just added to that. But that is filling in the space of where I actually stitched this in. So if friends were flowers, I'd pick you. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different trims here. Plus I stitched it in. And then this is just a little piece of the applique that I had dyed to match the kit with some Tim Holtz ladies. Just very simple card to go in that pocket, but they're little gal pals. I thought that was perfect. And I left all my strings. I like that for a textile thing, but you know, that's to each their own. Now I don't remember, I did not leave that as a tuck. I glued it and then thought, well, I should have left that as a tuck, but I didn't. But it embellishes that page, and it's good. Oh, see my doily? I didn't center them. Oh my goodness. This is another piece of my wedding dress with that bling that's in it. And then just a little hydrangea here as a cutout from the paper pad itself. Now I made her in a live on my Facebook group. She was a lot of fun. We did a live and just kind of chatted while I created a couple tags. She's the only one I used in here, the Wicked Witch Lady. I'm saving for a different project. And then just, these are cutouts from the kit, or I'm sorry, from the paper pad. So I have those. And beauty is power. And then that's the end of the third signature. And then again, I added a little pocket back here just to kind of break up the busyness of the fabric. So that is it, my friends. I left some strings here on purpose. These are the ties from the center of my signatures. I will add some dangles, but I didn't know what I wanted to add today. And I thought, you know what? There's no pressure at this point now as I begin to use this journal, because this journal is for me. It's not one that I'm putting up for sale unless somebody wants to offer me like a lot of money for it. So I just thought that I would just add dangles and bits and stuff as I go along. And we do have a lot of room to grow with the way that I did the cover. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I really appreciate it. I've had a lot of fun making this journal, and it has just been a joy. I've just really enjoyed it. I've loved the feedback and the comments and everything, so thank you very much. let me know what you think now that she's done. I'll talk to you soon. Remember, if you like the content and you like what I'm saying or you like what you're seeing with my creativity, please make sure you let me know. You hit that like button and the subscribe button. And as I film and create, then you'll see what I put up. Thank you. Bye.